Happy December. Welcome everybody. I keep getting a lime juice ad. Like whenever I get an ad, it's just lime juice and I hate lime juice. It messes up the region sometimes, so I get like ads in French and stuff sometimes. I do not know French. Thank you. Those are some very wise words. I disappeared by the way, so you might want to fix that. Yeah, I had to turn into a tree. Welcome. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. Serve is up right now. It did, but it's okay. Oh, I always like just join in game. I didn't know you could join through stream for Stardew. I'm still a trash panda. Oh yeah, let me do that. It is sent to friends only, so it's okay for us to show the invite code. There we go. What? Nope. Oh.
Your stream.
Can you
Oh
guys hear him
no.
now?
Hello? Check, check.
Hello, hello.
It wasn't capturing, I think. Is it capturing now?
Are you capturing?
There
Check,
we
check.
go. Nice.
Awesome sauce.
Go.
You guys get to speak. Do you have a message you want to
Yay.
share with the world?
Merry Christmas. The most
Happy
important
December.
message of all.
It's not giving me an invite code. Does it say it in the like in-game chat? No.
It's
Can
so
I
weird.
invite a friend? No. Let's hold on. Let's rehost the server.
Yeah.
Host. Oh, that's the invite code. Hold on. Does it give me the
Oh,
code
hold
now?
on, hold on, hold on.
Oh, there we go. Bam.
Awesome sauce.
Hello, hello, Jack. How are you doing? How are you doing, Mika? I think I forgot to ask you earlier. I'm sorry. How are you doing?
It got a little wild.
Taylor's in.
Great.
Let me stop being a trash panda. I think I've I've cosplayed for long enough.
Very tired. Jack, we saw your great outfit the other day.
Yeah, your outfit
Or
was
that was
great.
actually today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
It was
I
a
went
great
back
way to
to watch
start
the
my
VOD.
day. I woke up and that was the first thing I saw. It was great.
You woke up and it was oh, that's
Yeah.
wild. You were greeted by sexy Santa. First thing in the morning.
I don't even remember how the song goes.
I have no clue either. I
Thank
just
you
know
for
the
the
fit.
follow, Versaki.
I didn't have time to dye
I
my
just
hair
know they do
purple.
the
Oh
kicks.
no. You got to bleach it though, right? I think you told me you were able to bleach it, but you didn't have time to dye it.
The great song. I forgot about that. It's
Forever
like it's a
stuck
small world
in
after
the
all.
dance. Pilot, you should have your wedding here so that there's nice music playing.
You're right. We could just do the spring festival dance. What is it? Flower festival dance. Oh whoa! Murasaki Mio, thank you for the follow and thank you for the raid. Holy shoot! I
Welcome,
appreciate it.
Raiders!
Welcome everyone. I'm Pilot. Mimi just disappeared from my screen.
Oh
But
no!
I'm
Hold
streaming
on.
with Mimi and also Sailor. They're in the pin
Hello.
message. We're doing Stardew today. How was your stream, by the way? Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for rating. What were you playing? Let me check. Let me give you a shout out actually. That will tell me the answers. You must be a moderator to do this.
Oh my bot.
Wait, where's my command? Where's my command? Oh wait, I did that in your chat. That's what I'm doing wrong. Okay, it was good. Thank you. We were doing Ace Attorney. Oh my gosh, I love Ace Attorney.
Ooh.
Nice. Oh god, I
We were
forgot
playing
about
the
that thing.
trilogy. Oh my goodness. Who's your favorite character? I don't remember all of them, but I remember loving that series. I also watched the Japanese live action of that, and it was really good. I don't know, it was really funny. I don't know if I should say really good because I watched it a really long time ago and it was when I was a kid. So it might not have the same magic, but I just remember they did a good job with it. So I recommend also the live action Japanese movie. Yeah, we're on the last game now. I'm really enjoying all the characters in the third game so far. Nice. Also, if anyone is here, definitely check out Murasaki. Thank you for the raid. I really, really appreciate it. If you also do the raid and run, I don't want to trap you here, so feel free to go if you have to. But thank you for the check-in as well, the last Killjoy.
Yeah.
Sorry, Noni recommended me. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. I
Oh,
really
what?
appreciate that.
I looked up the friendship thing, and apparently, unless you get married, once you get to full hearts, you don't lose relationship points.
Mm,
Ooh.
that would kind of make sense.
Yes, I would raid and run because it's 1:40 a.m. Oh my goodness. Yeah, get some sleep.
Rest
I
up.
hope you sleep well. Yeah. I'm glad to find you. I also love Stardew. Yeah,
Hi,
Stardew is
Shido.
amazing. This is the game
Hello,
I probably
Shido.
replayed the most.
Welcome. I hope you're doing well. How are you?
Thank you for the follow, Shiro. Love the holiday trip. Yeah. Sailor got it started with her reindeer outfit. Oh, let me put Mimi over here. Mimi, your arms are attached for me. They're just floating on
Oh
this.
Oh
no! Are they on me now?
so great.
Are they on
No,
me?
they're so
Oh
far
my
away.
god. Hold on.
They're so far away. Your,
That's
your arms,
hilarious.
Mimi.
Okay. How about now?
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
Okay, I have arms now. It's hard being a tulip, okay? It's hard to buy body parts and then stitch them on. I only have super glue.
Oh man. Did we need mayonnaise for
I'm good, thank
something?
you. But I'm doing well too. It's good to hear you're doing well. Oh, I forgot the Koopa's in here anymore. Hello, Void Chicken.
What
I
should
don't
I
know
do
the name
today?
of.
I've now actually gotten through all of the eggs and turned them
All
into
of the
mayonnaise.
eggs?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Nice.
I'm gonna go on a tree planting journey so that you guys can unplant those trees.
Unplanned.
I love that. Christmas superpowers is so right. Detaching arms, detaching limbs, and you're fine. That's the Christmas superpowers.
See. Oh, okay. We're getting 115
What?
trees minimum. We could get 300 more if need be.
Uh, this needs to go into my house.
How much more hardwood do we need?
I
I
don't
can go
remember.
check.
I don't even remember what we were going for with hardwood.
Ginger Island ship rebuilding
Okay.
thingy. What is your question, Jack? We've started. Our shift has started.
I want to move
Oh,
this,
there's
but
a
I don't know
festival
where.
today. I don't know what the festival is, but there's a festival we can't leave into the city. Well, not the city, the
Oh.
town.
Oh, it is even the festival today.
Yeah, I
What?
thought It's like I thought the pumpkin maze was the very last day, but it might be today. I don't know.
Is it the fair? No, we missed the
Maybe?
fair.
Oh yeah, we missed the
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah. Oh, it's fine. I can go
Do,
down to the
do, do,
secret
do,
woods.
do, do, do. Oh, I just went through the secret woods and
Oh,
harvested all
okay.
the wood.
Oh,
Oh, there's
okay,
like
I'll go
17 more.
plant some over there then. For no specific reason, when the Mean Girls were doing their Christmas dance or whatever in the movie, was it to a specific song? Does anyone know? It was to a specific song. I don't know the song.
Yeah, I don't remember like the tune of it, but it was a song.
It is to it. I
I
think
don't
it's
remember
Jingle
either.
Bell Rocks.
Maybe.
I think
You never seen the movie?
I
I
haven't
think you should
either.
see
I
it.
just I just know that scene
It's so
because
funny.
Oh, it's the moonlight jellies, I think.
oh, is there
Oh, I
even
thought that was
anything
summer.
happening in that event?
Is it the moonlight
Oh, it
jelly?
is
I don't
7
remember.
p.m.
It
Yeah,
it might be the maze with the pumpkin, the like
the Spirits
pumpkin in the middle.
Eve. Yeah,
Yeah.
Halloween basically.
Yeah, it's still saying it's being set up, so I don't know when it
I
starts.
I think it starts at 10 p.m. if I remember
We'll
Spirits
pick
If
it
Eve
I
up.
right.
plant a tree, will the NPCs murder my tree if it's in their path?
No, they
Okay.
will get mad and run around it.
Oh, great. Oh, I don't know if I can plant these this
So,
close though.
do
Just
do do
happen to have to wear
do.
the outfit all month. We already, yeah, we saw it in all its glory, all of us.
It was a great thing to
It
wake
was
up
very
to. Thank
cute.
you, Jack.
It was the last thing I saw before I went to bed on my side.
Oh, there's so many truffles in here.
We have a lot of truffles. I have like how many is this? I have 20 on me to give to Leah, but we have a lot in the chest too.
Yeah, I just went ahead and moved them to the oil maker chest. I should probably just make. Oh, there's something else I need to get to. So I was messing around with my personal file, and I found out how the workbench works,
The workbench?
which means, yeah, there's a workbench that you can get from Robin, and you basically put chests next to it with like materials, and then you just go to the workbench, and it shows you everything that you can make with the stuff that's in the chests.
Oh, that's really useful actually.
Yeah.
Oh, it is the pumpkin event. Okay, I'm gonna walk to town.
Same.
Marvel Rivals releases in 4 days. Is that gonna be paid or free? Because the beta was free.
I think Jack told me it was free. Also, Jack, when is your birthday again? I think I have it written down. My brain tells me it's the 19th, but I don't remember.
Do I know how to make a jack-o'-lantern? No. Can I buy the
Also,
jack-o'-lantern
Zhongli.
recipe?
Oh, I think you can.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, are you asking permission from us? Then
Yeah.
yes. Zhongli comes
Jody.
out in 9 days. I'm so excited.
Yes. Yet you have saved up a lot for Jody.
Oh, you know how many Primos I have? I think I have like 20,000. I don't remember though.
I kind of want to go for Zhongli's weapon, but I don't have the primos, and I do want to pull for new characters, so maybe I should skip his weapon.
I have not played Star Rail in so long.
They Herta's like actual form is coming out to Star Rail apparently, so I'm gonna go back to Star Rail just for that.
Oh.
For her
Oh.
to
Honestly, the fact that they nerfed her kind of makes me mad. Like, I feel like they nerfed her in the simulated universe too.
they did.
I'm like,
Maybe
she used to do such good follow-up
yeah.
damage.
Maybe like I think this one's gonna be like a 5-star, so maybe they want us to pull for the 5-star version and use that instead.
Probably.
The question was, is Marvel Rivals gonna be free?
Oh, did this maze change? I don't recognize anything. Or I just don't remember.
I think
Oh,
it
does it
did
change in the
change a little
second
bit.
year?
I think it does. Oh, if you go behind the hedge and talk to Haley, she's like, Emily, is that you?
Oh,
So
Oh,
funny.
have you seen my sister? Oh,
Yeah, she's like freaking out.
oh.
oh, these two are bonding together.
I think I heard a girl screaming she needs my help. Is what Alex said. He's standing next to
Yeah.
me. Oh my gosh.
Trying to be the hero.
Leah, come here.
Uh,
This is a great twist because I definitely do not know how to solve this.
I guess it changes
I
every
don't remember
year.
either, to be honest.
It keeps me on my toes.
Oh God. I've never talked to Sam during this. Can I go in the
Ooh,
house?
wait.
Oh my gosh. That's
Oh,
the
am I
wizard X
solving
house.
it?
He was married to Baba Yaga. There's something where like you get up at the top.
Yeah, I found a secret entrance. Oh, hi.
I don't like this path. This path is annoying.
I don't know what these signs mean because usually they hint where I'm supposed to go.
Yeah, it is a hint
But
to where you're supposed to go. Just try to walk into the walls and stuff.
I guess, yeah.
oh, I think I may have found it. Oh heck yeah, I'm here. Prize ticket? That's all we get?
Really?
We just get a prize ticket.
Oh, hi, Pilot.
Hi, I'll show you. I'll show you where. Um, it's here. Like, get to this sign over here.
To that sign. Let's see.
Yeah. And then you
Oh.
go through here. Oh, no. A little lower.
Oh.
A little lower. Right here. Yeah.
Yay!
Woohoo!
Hello, spiders. And yeah, we just get it. Price ticket.
There's a secret shortcut back.
Does it just take you to the
Wow.
start of the maze?
Yeah, it takes you to the shop up here.
I want to see this path before I leave. Oh, that's just the path I just took. Okay.
Haley's so cute. I might marry her instead of Shane, but I haven't seen Shane. I need to find him and talk to him so I can make my decision.
Shane is with Jazz.
Oh, is he in the maze?
Yeah,
Mhm.
towards the left when you go in.
Oh, I missed him. Oh, wait. That's so cute. He's babysitting Jazz. He's such a good dad. Oh my goodness. Now it's a hard choice.
Game's like, let me make these people nice and tempting.
Talk to
Elliot is
everybody.
not. Elliot is not tempting. If you
No.
talk to
It's just his hair.
him. So true.
Mhm. Oops. Oh.
What is your question, Jack? Ooh, what does this do? Oh, nothing.
It takes you back to the thing. That's the shortcut.
Yeah, it takes you back, but you can't like go into the maze through here.
It would be nice.
Fun fact.
Fun
Wait,
fact.
wasn't this a question? What do you mean, fun fact?
Said fun fact in unison. In so much confusion.
I don't know. It's up to interpretation.
Hello, they have a whole pumpkin on here.
Yeah.
Artistic freedom for a question. That's amazing.
Oh, it's so cold today. My stream room is the coldest room in the house, officially.
Oh
Like,
man.
just
Is it in the corner?
it's like, yeah, it's in the back corner of the house, like next to the bedroom. And the bedroom's usually also pretty cold, but like, I should have shut the door and like actually shut it. But then the dog wouldn't be able to get in here. I do not let her underneath my desk, BB. Sadly, I don't. There's not enough room underneath this desk for her. And I'm not too fond of having a large dog sitting on my feet, or any animal sitting on my feet, to be honest. I need a cat right on my lap.
Oh, I have two tickets? I guess I
Yes.
had one on me already. Let me see. I gotta give stuff to Leah and Jody.
There's also something that we need to take to Vincent's
Simon.
toy box.
Oh, yeah. Was it a strange bun?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, that's why I have all these random and periwinkles again. That's what I even said at the last session. I was like, I'm making strange puns.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I won't remember what these are for
Yep.
next session.
I remembered kind of because I remember eating it right on the freaking doorstep. I don't even think snow even came up, Jack. I don't even think snow came out of my mouth.
Oh yeah, Jack, I think when you crashed, I was like, is your birthday December 19th? Because I think I have it written down, but I don't remember off the top of my head.
This is important information for me to plan my art projects.
Cool, cool.
Did you say 14th, Violet?
19th.
19th. Okay.
Yeah.
Fiddlehead risotto, nice.
There we go. I don't need fried mushroom anymore. Where are we putting like food that we've cooked?
Pilot's house.
Yeah, I moved some of them to my house because it was filling up your house and I usually cook at your house.
We all live on the same farm, it's fine.
Okay, I need the void mayo. I don't need hot
There should
pepper.
be some
Nobody
void
likes
mayo in
it.
the chicken coop.
Strange fun, I need... Oh yeah, void mayo.
Also, this is the last day of fall?
Oh yeah.
Oh, our plants are all gonna die. We're gonna have to do farming again.
Oh
Yep.
man.
I have
Not
not
a whole
farmed in
ton.
so long.
Well, yeah, good thing we don't really have to farm in winter.
Yeah.
Oh, also, where do we keep all the void mayo?
I think
I've
I
been
have all
selling
the
it.
void mayo.
Oh,
I
okay, I
can
can give
give you
you
one.
periwinkles.
There's some in the chicken coop here too.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
do
I'll
you
go.
want a void mayo?
Yeah, I don't know if you give it to me, if it will feed
Okay,
me, or if it will... Oh, cool,
here
I
we
got it.
go.
Thank you! I bought tickets to see Sonic 3. Nice.
Okay. Um, New master plan right now. Workbench. Benchy, benchy, bench. Bench. Which means I'm gonna have to like move stuff around, but it's fine. I think I can put the workbench like in front of Mimi's house
Yeah.
and change those chests to just be full of the stuff that we can use for like making stuff.
I'm very strategically planting seeds.
Very strategically. Oh, Sailor, where do you want me to put your strange bun?
I mean, you can put it in the fridge if you want. I don't really need it. I just remembered it from the quest that we were working on before.
Okay, I'll put it in your chest. When Sonic 3 comes out, it will be officially considered a Christmas movie. I
Um,
actually, I only
okay, go
know one
ahead.
thing about Sonic 3, and there's like memes coming out or something on
There's
my
memes?
feed, or something, and everyone was saying we probably shouldn't all burst into laughter when Maria dies or something because it will
Uh,
confuse the parents and the children. And I was like, what does this mean? I didn't look into it. I was just accepting my confusion because I accept I know nothing
Yay!
about Sonic.
that's
But
hilarious.
that sounds absolutely wild if um you guys all came to a consensus that this was a funny moment. That sounds absolutely wild. Oh
Thank
yeah,
you for the
that sounds familiar to
follow.
you?
We reached the follower goal. Thank you, everybody.
Yay! Heck yeah.
Yay! Woo-hoo! Does that mean we get another
Amazing.
karaoke soon?
Maybe.
I mean, at this point, you've
Oh
mentioned
my
it.
gosh. Just
Woohoo!
karaoke every single week.
That
I'm
would
Nevertheless,
gonna
be
try
awesome.
because
attempting like a collab
Cookies!
karaoke at some point, but I am so sure that it's gonna be absolute chaos. There's no way for it to be
yep.
in sync.
All right.
I
Oh, I
would
can
be...
barge into Vincent's room. We just need the bun then.
Oh, nice. Hi, Cookies. How are you? I hope you're good. We are playing some Stardew as usual on Sunday.
Yay.
Or do I put
Stardew
this
Having a
somewhere
good
Sundays.
time.
else? Maybe.
Stardew Sundays. I need to put these periwinkles away. I keep just carrying them around.
Mm,
Has anybody
hmm.
seen Jody? Is she
No.
shopping
No.
maybe? I think she goes shopping. Nope.
I caught a sore throat, but I'm good. Watching YouTube at work, I get home at 8. Yay. Oh, okay. I hope I hope that's soon. I don't know what time zone you're in. Thanks for checking in, Rito. How are you? Oh, I
No.
want to turn in my ticket. Your Stardew looks so organized. It's glorious. Thank Sailor and Mimi.
Thanks, Sailor. She's our organizer. I made a trash can space. That is all I've contributed to the farm.
You did move stuff for me though, so
Pilot is pilot class. Exactly.
I know that's what exactly
Exactly.
what I was saying. I
That's
literally was like, Mrs. Claus said, "Screw the shed. I'm getting a plane."
yeah. Have a
I feel
good
like I
stream,
said
Sweetie Pie. Oh, thank
shed
you.
instead of sled. It's sled, not shed. If I said shed,
We knew what you meant. I don't know what you said, but we knew.
something like that. English.
Have a good time at work, Cookies. Yeah, that means you just started your shift probably then.
Good luck at work.
That is a ways away.
Best of luck. Yeah, it's a little funny that we
What you
have
do?
claws, we have the tree, and we have the reindeer.
We have
Oh,
all
the
you need for
quest.
Christmas.
Yep.
The quest says, there's a quest posting for Kent, and all he wants is green algae, which should be very easy if anyone wants to make Kent happy.
Okay.
I don't want to make him happy, but I want a prize ticket, so I'm gonna do the quest anyway.
I will go make him happy. It's fine, and I will mean it.
He's a living
Watch it
tulip
not
that
be the same
someone has
quest.
wrapped in lights just because, yes, exactly. They couldn't afford a tree, so they just settled for a tulip.
Yeah, the economy is rough these days.
Mimi is a living tulip that someone wrapped in lights. Just Sailor, the red, the red antler reindeer. Oh man.
Oh,
Oh, the recolor's great though. The recolors are great. Are you the reindeer that ran over grandma?
don't say yes to that because the grandma probably means me. I don't want to be run over.
I don't think I caught you during Black Friday with some other grandma. I'm kidding. I'm so kidding. Do not go steal shit from grandma on Black Friday. Let that lady have her presents for her kids and grandkids. Oh wow, it actually is the same quest. Sometimes that's a different quest for each player. Where is Kent then? Is he in the bar?
He was going
I saw
towards
him
his
heading home.
house, yeah.
But Pilot Grandpa got ran over by a reindeer. It's prophesied.
No.
Hey, I said I didn't catch her.
It was some other grandma. You must be
It's...
mistaken.
There
Oh,
are more
actually, I
than
could
one
see
pilot
majority.
grandmas. There's not just one pilot grandma.
Yeah, where you at? You just gonna stand by the door or by the fridge?
Oh, they just locked their doors, right? Can I barge in still?
I mean,
Can
I'm
I
still in here.
You guys told me I was like part of the family. Can I come in? No? Okay, that was a lie
Sorry.
then.
Okay, back to work. Back
Can't
to work.
deny destiny, pilot. Only accept it. No. I'll rewrite time if I have to.
Mm.
Oh, I can't plant trees in the
Do,
town.
do, 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 do. Oh. I was looking at Pilot and I was like, my character stopped. Why? I think I'm gonna do another row of stuff on the other side here.
Chop down this tree? Oh, I can.
Oh, maybe put trees here. Never mind. I gotta move these then.
We have trees
uh,
basically everywhere. Whenever I see
it's
an
fine.
empty patch, I'm like, oh, tree!
Tree.
I forgot about Krobus. Oh no.
I forgot
This
to propose.
Oh.
Next time.
oh my gosh.
Okay, very important factor in my decision though. But Shade has a very messy room. And
Yes.
Haley's room is probably very cute.
Yes.
Yes.
Alright, we're marrying Haley.
Oh,
Also, there's a recipe for fiddlehead risotto today. In case
get
anyone wants
that.
it.
Is amethyst ever used in any recipes?
Maybe? I can't think of any,
Okay.
but it makes sense to me for it to be used. What is your
Because I'm
question, Jack?
basically I'm shifting over a lot of like the resource materials over to the boxes in front of the shed, and then the shed can be like completed stuff
Mm.
Do we need
and
like
crops.
the chest to be right next to the table?
It does. So I've got two chests on both sides because that's all it can take. Unless you put one on top. I don't know if that works though. I haven't tried it. But I have it pressed up against the shed. So I can't put anything on top of it. We can move the chests by like hitting them and then they kind of bounce and then you can move them around and stuff. So it's not super difficult to do.
Is it possible for me to train to photosynthesize? You don't have chlorophyll, so no.
Yeah.
What if I gain chlorophyll? I don't think that's something you can gain. You
Through
definitely can't
training.
gain it through training.
1:30 alert.
Ooh, I was not paying attention. I was like in my own world.
It's a good hat. You could just get it. You can just get it at the store. You can take my hat. I'll just get another one.
There you go. It's
But
only the
hi,
first day
Crimson.
of
Hope you're doing good.
winter.
You doubt my abilities?
Yeah.
I'm a tulip. I have experience.
Yeah, Mimi's gatekeeping the chlorophyll abilities.
Oh.
You can't have it, Jack.
Oh, we need to check this.
Need some
Oh, we
intense
can get the
anime
snow
training.
yam. We
Oh
can
my
get the snow
gosh.
yam for the raccoon.
Jack,
Yes.
I think you need some injections accompanied by training to get
Uh,
chlorophyll. I don't know what to do with this rock candy. Magic rock candy.
Rock
Wait,
it
it's
does
so
candy.
good.
something. Yeah, it
Oh,
does
I
some
do
fun
not want to
effect.
eat it now. I'm gonna stockpile it in my house.
There's rock candy? Oh, I forgot to
Yep.
get the
Yeah.
recipe. Oh, whatever. Oh, wait, there's still... Okay, hold on.
Feed up all tulips to learn chlorophyll.
Excuse me.
Okay, we have powder melons that we can plant, so I'm thinking that we don't get any honey during winter either. So it's probably a good idea that where we can focus on just the field in front of the houses, and we don't have to really worry about the ones down south.
Yeah, I think we just plant like the winter seeds and then process
Yeah,
those.
basically. And we
We
can
do
get
need a
the
snow
computer.
yam.
Yes, we need that, and I think we need to pickle it.
Oh yeah, we gotta do something with it. I think it's juice, but
I think it's
and I don't
I think
know.
it's
We gotta do
pickling it.
something with it.
Yeah, you can check if you're going down there.
Yeah, I'll go check. Let me
Okay,
just
the hay is
plant
full.
these
Yeah.
seeds.
Um,
Do you guys want 1,000 pieces of wood as a quest or 50 grubs?
15 what?
honestly, 1,000 pieces of wood sounds easy.
Okay, 50 grubs, like the bugs in the cave. But
We
we
don't
can
Okay.
like those
do.
guys.
Okay, we can do wood. Heck yeah.
I don't think
I'm
we
gonna
have
make
enough wood right now,
seeds.
but we'll get there.
If we have to turn it in, we could probably go ahead and at least turn in that part. But we will get the fresh ones soon. Also, I found out you can't do anything with the sweet gem berries other than give them to the thing. So I'm just gonna put them in the pink chest
Oh, can we
because you can't
not
do anything but sell them.
process them?
No, actually, can you just make seeds out of them? We could make seeds out of them.
We could have
Idea.
infinite sweet gemberry.
Okay, now I know what that looks like.
Crimson, we saw that from a mile away. We saw the D's nut strip. Even
These
Jack saw it. Dunkin' Donuts, these nuts. Dunkin' these nuts. I heard Dunkin' Donuts coffee is actually pretty good for like fast food coffee though.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is there fish in here?
Where? It
In
could be
the
my
seed
fault.
chest. Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't remember. I don't remember doing that, but it could have been me.
It could have been anybody.
The greatest detective of all time. You're right, Jack. You're right.
Okay. I don't need these.
Drink coffee though. So I can't say I like Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
I really want a donut right now. A
Y'all
donut
are gonna
would
make
be
me
very
so hungry
nice.
so fast.
Yeah, I think a really fluffy donut would be really good right now.
I should get a donut tomorrow.
What's your favorite type of donut, Mimi?
Oh, let me think.
An apple fritter, says Jack.
No, not apple fritter. Uh, I like there's one that's like it has vanilla filling and then on top it has like chocolate.
Oh,
Ooh,
an eclair or a Boston cream? One of those
Yeah,
two.
Boston cream, yeah.
that sounds so good.
It does sound delicious. They still have a tag from the Trout Derby in here.
Hi, Miss Sia. Thanks for checking in. Hoping you're doing good today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What are your
I don't know.
favorite donuts?
I do really like a Boston cream.
Boston cream is great.
Yeah. But I also really like just like a plain glazed donut too.
Yeah.
Yeah, those sound really good. I don't know if I've had one of those in a really long time, but they sound amazing. I really like super fluffy donuts. Like, I don't know why, but apple cider donuts are always like pretty heavy. So those are not like my favorite. But I like Krispy Kreme donuts, basically.
Apple cider donuts?
Yeah.
I've
There's
never
like,
had that.
yeah, usually if you go to like, well, I guess I don't know if it's usually because I've
I
only been to
forgot
a
to
couple
give
of
people
apple
stuff.
cider bills or whatever. Like in the fall, they usually have like apple cider flavored donuts or something
Ooh.
like that. Ooh, cold. Wait, you're leaving Cole. All right.
Apple juice is better than orange juice. You're right, because orange juice is bad. I don't like orange juice.
I like orange juice. I don't like orange juice with the pulp.
Oh yeah. I don't like anything with a pulp.
I love orange juice with pulp.
We have all three types. There you go.
We do. We really do.
No, not the honey. Okay.
Hello, Apex.
We should
Thank
probably
you.
plant some of
We're very
these.
festive.
Hi, Max.
Mistia, wait, hold on.
Thank you.
Ah,
I love Krispy Kreme
oh
donuts. You too,
gosh.
Mistia?
There's a crispy. Oh my god, you guys are making me so hungry for Krispy Kreme.
Apparently, there aren't any Krispy Kremes up north. It's all Dunkin' Donuts. I have
Tyler, I
never
want
been to
Krispy
a
Kreme.
Dunkin', I think. I have gotten Krispy Kreme. I don't think I've gotten Dunkin'.
Jack, you can't tell my regulars that. You can't tell my regulars that. You can't reveal the secret that I actually managed to get that submarine on land and it works.
The more you know.
Just to be clear, I am not the grandma that Sailor ran over.
No, Pilot is
Just
not the grandma.
even though I may be a grandma, I'm not the one.
Is this true? Did you remember? I
Limitation.
did not say that I loved running over grandmothers. I did not say it was a hobby. You are putting words in my mouth, son.
Treat your elders with respect, Jack. This isn't how Shadow raised you guys.
Yeah.
Shadow raised you guys with like 9 fathers. You have So many role models to look up to.
She's a little bit
gosh.
shy about it though. She won't admit it. No. No. You are incorrect, sir. That's the wrong thing. We only have 2 powder melons? The fuck? Okay, fine.
We only have 2 powder melon seeds?
I guess so.
I picked up some more. I'll come back and plant them at night.
Did
Yeah.
anybody run into a snow yam? Wait, was it a yam? I don't
It was
remember
snow
what it
yam.
was.
What we could also do is just like basically dig up the farm. That'll probably
Just
also
to
help.
get a snow yam.
Yeah, it like honest to God, it works. You can go dig up like Robin's backyard.
Let me plant the last of my seeds. Well, we have 300 more in the chest, but you know. Should
That
we?
is a crazy sailor quote.
Wait, what?
Jack claims that you said, I love running over grandmas. It gives me such a rush, and then Mimi can rob them after I run them over.
Wait. Hold on. We've gone over these allegations. These allegations have been
Now I believe Pilot is the getaway driver.
Hey, what?
Pilot does have the most prime form of transportation, though I'm the one with the stealth machine.
Oh,
I get away, you ain't fucking finding me. You're gonna have a real hard time trying.
Whoa, it's herring row on the line. What do I throw away for this?
Mimi likes robbing old people. It's her #1 hobby. No, I don't. I don't rob anybody.
Oh, we don't need any more. Leave it, leave it, leave it.
Oh, leave what?
The grass.
Oh, for the animals?
Yeah, I filled it up yesterday or today.
I
It's fine. We have
I
quite a
cleared
bit.
out this entire ginormous area from the
I
weeds.
think this is enough. I think. Oh God. Oh, it keeps going.
What are you guys looking
It
at?
keeps going.
The snail would have been a good idea, Saru.
Yeah, this is enough trees. I think it's gonna. I don't even know how long trees take.
Oh.
I have a little bit more. I'll just put these
More.
down.
I speak for the trees. Mimi speaks.
What is holy shoot, what is this?
It's fine. We can buy hay we can buy hay for Marnie if we need to. I think I bought the book.
Oh my god.
Okay, hold on. What the hell is going on now?
We gotta sleep.
Where
We
did
need
you
to
find
sleep.
I don't know where we found Jack. Jack just kind of showed up. I don't know how Mimi and Pilot found Jack.
He just
Jack
shows
found
up.
me in a satisfactory stream somewhere. We both don't really remember.
Oh man. So funny.
And then Jack's first stream that he saw of Jay was Jay's bunny suit stream. Which was his first costume!
Yeah, where they hit it off like no one's business.
Yeah.
Also, I promptly forgot that we had the Robin's research thing. I straight up forgot.
Oh yeah, we need wood. A lot of wood.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we do.
My inventory is so full. Why is my inventory so full?
Are you
Dude,
not emptying it
same.
out? Okay. So update to the farm. There's this workbench here. The black
Yes.
one I'm using, the black chest I'm usually using for like artesian resources that you can still use to make stuff, like the battery packs and stuff like that, and then mining stuff, and then the green one can be like everything else. So, like,
this is gigantic! Holy shoot! Oh my gosh!
yeah. I normally put like the farming and fishing stuff in one of them, and then like mining and other stuff in the other. So, and if you go to the workbench in the middle, you will see that it literally shows you everything that you can make because it's collecting information from both the planting
Hold on. I have two
It's fine.
more.
We can make grass starter. We can make grass starter. It's fine. You're good.
Wait,
But
Jack,
it's so nice.
So you guys
found
created Jack?
many people
No,
that are
he just
streamers
we
already.
found him like that.
Like I found Mono by coincidence and Pilot happened to be there. He's my Oshi, of course I'm there. Wait, is that a hot holiday drink, Pilot? It is a holiday drink. Mimi has a gigantic one too, honestly. We
Yeah.
can take a bath in it.
Yeah, there's a
What
lot
can
of
I
people I
say?
brought
I
into
like
the
hot
pilot
chocolate.
in Tulip. So funny. There you go. Discord's freaking working. I'm bringing
Chocolate
everyone.
Tub stream is crazy.
They're a wild bunch, but to be honest, like, you know, I vibe. It's great.
I just saw a face Discord post, so I figured I'd cozy up to some starting while I work on morning stuff. Welcome, welcome. Good luck with your work.
I still have not turned in these prize tickets.
Why
I
do you
am
have
not
the
sharing
flower dance
Apex.
playing
No.
on your farm? Why not? It's so good. It's so peaceful.
Exactly,
It really
why
threw
not?
me off.
This is mine
Hi,
and
Mimi.
mine only. Hello.
Mimi will fight you over her hot chocolate.
I am not sharing. No. Oh, hi.
That would be a funny holiday stream if we like actually set up a giant hot tub, but it was just brown liquid and it was
Oh, oh,
the hot chocolate tub stream. I think that's such a good idea. We might steal that. No promises,
Oh my
but if
god.
it's possible.
Bruh, that's it. I'm out.
You're out. Sailor, I was counting on you.
No, that's what Apex
We're a
said.
team.
That's what
Oh.
Apex said.
Oh.
Ooh. I can. Oh. Give me that bouquet. Move out of my
Oh, did
way.
you
I
get a
haven't.
bouquet?
I
We
have
have like a
somebody
bunch
to
of bouquets in
propose
the
to.
chest.
Oh, really? I just bought
Thanks for
one.
checking in, Apex.
We have like 3 of them.
I just bought one.
What was I looking for?
Why do we have that many bouquets?
Pilot?
Huh? What?
Pilot, are you dating the entire town? What are you doing?
Oh, you caught me, didn't you? Yeah. That was the original plan, but you know, it can be for your use now.
Oh, I bought one already. Oh, thank you for the follow. Oh, I can set up an online shop for her or...
Oh, cute! You can take commissions now, too.
Oh my gosh, Mr. K is buying her sculptures.
Okay!
Yeah!
The guy with the skull cavern quest?
Yeah, that guy!
That's funny.
Oh my gosh.
The original
Aw.
plan was to date half the villagers, but now I think I'm gonna get married. Except I keep forgetting to propose, so the next time I say Haley, it will happen.
Whoever
And
you
then
see first.
One
Haley
day
or
you'll get
Shane.
married.
Honestly, if it's who I see first, it's probably Shane, because I always see him at the bar. He's so easy to find. Oh, that's Mr. Chi.
Yay!
Oh. Oh, she's
Okay,
gonna become an honest woman.
take
I
this.
know.
There we
This is
go.
so unlike me.
Okay. Doing good with Probus and Jody as well. Ham and Robin really like me for some reason. I don't know why. They just really like me.
That's academic dishonesty is such a crazy response to using Google.
Oh my gosh. Oh, did we have to put a strange bun in Vincent's toy box?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Oh,
I
I
want to
haven't done that
do
yet.
that today. Hold on.
I put it
Take
in Sailor's
this.
toy box.
Oh, I've given you that
Oh,
already.
Guess what?
oh, oh,
Misty, it really said
Wait,
the
does that sound
Wikipedia
Oh,
page.
oh,
I did
oh my.
not think about how that could sound. I didn't I didn't even realize until that's the first time. Oh my gosh.
Sorry. Sorry.
I am sorry, Sailor. It is not your it is your
It is just a box.
This is a box.
Yeah, you go take that to Clint or shove it in the freaking geode cracker that takes for fucking ever, and it gives you some.
Oh, whoops.
Okay, I grabbed this strange bun. I'm going to town. I'm getting ready to propose, and I'm ready to put it in Vincent's toy box.
She's ready to mingle.
Why don't you
She's ready
put
to
the
mingle.
mushroom logs next to trees? They produce mushrooms faster that way. Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, we did. Maybe just place them.
This is almost as bad as
No, I
seeing a
put
mini.
them down
Holy
for
shoot,
aesthetic reasons
Apex!
only.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I remember you doing that. I remember you doing that.
Oh
Oh
my
no, I can't make
god.
anymore. Okay, it's time for deforestation.
The bun is in Sailor's house, right?
Oh, I
There's
got
one
it. I
there.
grabbed it. This
Oh,
is what came out of Vincent's toy box when I put this strange bun in. I am
wait,
coming
where
home
are
with it.
you? Oh
Oh, that
gosh, I'm
scrunkly
lost
looking
in
thing.
Sailor's house. We have Pinky Lemon. Did I name it Edward? What did I name it? I
Apex
think it
had
was
Thanksgiving. That's what happened.
Edward. That's
So he
Goopy.
literally stuffed
Goopy,
himself with
Edward, and
food.
Pinky Lemon.
Mhm.
I'll bring his friends over.
Alright. I need to go cut down some trees.
There we
I think I
go.
may have done the forest, so I'm going up north now.
Okay.
What is your question, Jack?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh, Jack, that's
Yes.
yes.
That would be, in fact, a form of academic dishonesty and plagiarism.
All right, pilot, are you passing on my request for a hot holiday drink? Wait, I don't know what that means. Like you just want a drink? Sailor, Apex would like a hot holiday drink.
Oh, me?
I'm passing the request to someone.
Let me
It
let
can
me
be
run
you
to the
or me.
store and get some hot chocolate. I ain't got nothing in the house. I don't have any Baileys either. I have not been able to find Baileys in the regular store, like at all. is passing.
She's fancy.
She also doesn't want to share.
Yeah, it's all mine. You can have a candy cane though. That's half melted. But it's mine. Oh, thank you for the follow. I can't believe I was like, I'm not sharing my drink, and then you followed.
All of these chests everywhere are like, oh my god. I'm gonna have to move some of these, man. But I don't know where.
Oh, check it out. These guns and these
My
giggly eyes.
gosh!
Thank you,
On
Missy.
my
Whoa. Oh my
stream!
god.
Oh my god! You're just
Oh,
for a
oh, okay.
second you
It finally.
disappeared.
Well, what?
Your
Your
body went
body just
invisible and it took its
disappeared
sweet
for
time
a
to
second.
load. And I kind of got a left hook to the face.
Oh my god.
It lost the holiday colors. Yes, unfortunately.
The hat's still there though.
Pilot has a third arm. That's what happens when you work out too much. No biggie.
And it would be Bailey's. And I thought maybe said no. Hell yeah. Bye, Apex.
Pilot, where is the arm?
Bye.
Oh, bye, Apex. Pilot, where's that arm coming from? It's coming from my soul.
Wow. That's very meaningful.
I was too short. Darn it. Hold on.
Monk's trying to open their third eye. The pilot lifts to awaken her third arm.
This is probably the most wildest stream we have had.
This is. You are correct.
Oh, it's midnight. Okay.
Hey, Jack, that's not me. I thought that was Mimi.
What do you mean?
The third arm was just a bonus. Yeah, if you work out enough, your muscles grow extra muscles, aka a new arm. That's just how it works.
You have to train
Oh,
the new arm to be muscular too.
Yeah, that's why this third one's so scrawny. You see it?
Jack, we
It's so
never said that.
dainty. Oh my gosh, what is this shirt? I'll
And
put it
why
on
don't any
tomorrow.
JoJo characters have 3 arms? They don't like the aesthetic, so they just chop it off when a new one forms.
This is true.
Oh, whoops. Wait, leave. Okay.
I don't even know what was sold for. Oh, that's what it was $50.
The Queen of Sauce. Complete breakfast. Yay, we can do Alex's favorite thing now. Favorite breakfast.
I would also enjoy a complete breakfast.
That does sound really good.
Ooh, ancient fruit wine is blue.
What is even the shirt? I love it, but I don't know what it is.
Oops, this is the wrong house.
Because we have the room, can I plant these 140 mixed seeds?
Oh, it
Sure.
doesn't let us plant them. I tried. It says
Wait,
they're out
really?
of season. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, I thought they would like grow
The
random stuff.
only one we can do is the seasonal ones. We can't do any of the other seeds. And then like the powder milk.
Oh. Well, that's that.
She's she's asleep.
Do, 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 do. Sailor,
Still
you
don't
literally
have the
said.
yam, right?
Huh?
I'm just reading Jack's message. I just saw it.
No, I did not. You have not slept enough. You need to go back to bed. Oh, this tree is in a really crappy position.
Oh, we should probably do Robin's thing.
Good idea.
Well, we have 340
How
right
much
now,
time do we
and we just
have?
have to gather.
5 days. You choose here. You might hear little meows.
Oh, meows.
Meows.
Wait, what is this? Book of Mysteries. You have a slightly greater chance to find mystery boxes. Okay.
Nice. Oops. What is up with the entrance to this farm?
Don't
This is
you like it?
insane.
We brought some friends over.
Yeah.
Oh. It's like a maze getting through here. Okay.
I love how we can also wake up the entire village with our drums and flutes as we enter and exit our farm.
Yeah.
So cute in her winter outfit. Oh my gosh.
Oh, let
She's
me go to
wearing
Christmas.
earmuffs in her own photography room.
Mm. Mm.
Should I try to kiss her? Or offer to help decorate the dark room?
Both.
Ooh, I'll lean in
Mm.
for a kiss.
It's
She's leaning
Jody
back in.
again. Jody?
I've been waiting so long for you to do that. We kissed!
Yay!
Nice.
Turn the lights off. Oh, it's getting steamy.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Sailor, I think you're just nervous that I'm exposing your hobbies. No.
Just here? What? Oh, there she is. Merry Christmas. Haley, will you marry me? I accept.
Oh. Is that how you do it? Bed then wed? I mean, you do you, but
His ghost of Christmas romance. It's just like she always dreamed. Oh, we're kissing. Oh my gosh, this is so good. Okay. See you guys tomorrow for the ceremony.
Okay. I've never been to a wedding in this game.
It's in 3 days. Oh, okay, thank you, Mistia.
Sorry, my cat.
Please wear appropriate clothing. Okay, let me go through Mimi's dresser.
We have a veil on the cat. You can take that if you want.
Okay. Cat, where are you? That's the hard part. The cat holds the future. The fate of my wedding is in your hands. Cat? Why did you put a veil on the cat?
Because
That's a good
cute.
question.
Because cute. That's
It
why.
was very cute. Very much so.
Does Sailor have the cat? No, Sailor does not have the cat in her house. Does Mimi have the cat?
Can I not?
I don't see the cat.
No cats. Mimi, I think we need to
So
upgrade your house.
dark in there. Oh,
I
because
don't
it's
know.
winter. Oh, here's a cat. It was hiding
Oh,
behind the bushes.
I don't think she wants her veil
We,
taken away.
we gotta give her a new hat. Hold on. Hold on, kitty. We'll get you a new hat. Let's see. No, I don't need a shirt. Or hat collection. We can give her a raccoon hat. Oh, we have an extra veil. Hold on. Here, take
Oh,
this.
I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Did I give it to you? Oh no. Okay, I'll put it in this chest.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank
It's in the same
you.
chest as Lewis's shorts.
Can I wear Lewis's shorts to the wedding?
That would
No,
be a
I
really
can't.
funny response.
My god.
Alright. It's time for me to find a dress.
If you need cloth, they're in those chests out in front of the shed, I think.
I
Okay.
have some in my chest too. You can grab them.
Welcome in, Broham. What do you find most adorable about your friends Tulip and Sailor? Is what Desmond asked. Pilot.
What do you find most admirable about my friend?
Admirable. Oops. I didn't read correctly.
Sailor is a sailor and can operate boats. Also, Sailor's very smart.
I
I
appreciate
admire
that.
that about Sailor. And
Oh.
then Mimi is a tulip that's really
Yes.
good at drawing, and I think you gotta commend that because tulips don't have arms to draw.
That's true.
Yeah, those
It's
arms holding that
honestly a
thing are
miracle.
fake.
That is a rather underwhelming answer. I'm sorry, I can't compliment on the spot. I'm emotionally constipated.
Pilot is a
That's the tone.
pilot. We admire her.
Like, pal, affection is not my strong suit, but I do love these girls very much.
No.
Sure
We
is
love
an
you too,
answer.
Pilot.
Oh, thank you. Tear.
cat mouse? Do you have good hats?
Pilot Love
Mhm.
said they all share. No, Jack.
Our
No, not the
hobby
hobby
is
you're talking about.
Stardew. Our hobby is Stardew. We don't have any other hobbies. I don't know what he's
That's
talking
true.
about, but
Yes, the hobby is Stardew.
The streamer at their parents' funeral, yeah, they were alright. Look, it's a curse.
can I spend all our money on hats?
Do you need them all?
No, but they need me.
I don't know. What do you think, Violet?
Uh,
Do you,
what was the question?
do
Can
you
I
think that she
spend
should spend
all
all of the
money
money
on
on what?
hats?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
there you
Why not?
go. Overruled by Violet.
I mean, there's no way the hats actually cost all our money, right? Right, guys?
I mean, if I
No.
wanted to
As I
get
watch the
all of
money go
them,
down.
yeah, it would cost all our money, but some of these are ugly, so I'm not buying them.
Glamour is always the true end game. This is true.
See, I shall get a new outfit
But yeah, that's been. I'm awkward. I need to rewrite the speech of all of Sailor and Mimi's good qualities. There's too many things. The speech would go for an hour.
Uh,
It's too hard. It's too hard to pick one on the spot. You can throw cloth and items in Emily's sewing machine to get more clothes and accessories. Oh right, Mimi was doing that. Being
Yeah.
fashionable
Oh, we
and
have a
whatnot.
lot of stuff in my dresser because I I keep combining things with cloth.
yeah.
Oh, I can't
I
see
think
myself properly. I'll just sleep.
I need I need the right shoes for my wedding.
I don't have any shoe like options. I don't know if we can make them with the sewing machine. Let me check. Hold on.
Oh, these are cute. This very baby pink blue. Oh, I'll go to bed.
Oh,
Hello,
oops.
pilot.
Hello.
2 days before your wedding, huh?
Yeah. I'm so ready.
Right. I feel like I'm like reorganizing and I don't know what I'm doing. Like I'm just kind of like on the fly about stuff. Marnie gave me more hay. We have a hay, Marnie. I don't need your hay.
Tough decisions. Let's see.
I wonder if we have extra shoes in here. Oh, we have so many clothes. I need to put these all in Mimi's dresser.
Did we ever find a snow yam?
I did not.
I don't think I did either. They're surprisingly rare.
I don't have any cute bottoms. That's kind of the issue.
I grabbed a pink skirt, and that seems to work. For the wedding at least, but I'll put it back.
Should
Can we put
I?
rings in here?
Yep,
Oh, yeah,
you
we
can put
can.
rings
Oh
in
my
there.
gosh.
Should I
I'm
have
putting
a
everything in your
bow,
dresser.
a jester hat, a cowgal hat, or a mouse ears?
Mouse ears.
Okay. I am no longer a cowgirl.
You're so cute.
Yeah,
You had to hoe a worm spot to get a snow yam. Oh.
I didn't see any spots though. Let me circle around the map. Maybe I'll run into something.
Oops. I didn't mean to make a garden pot, but you know, that's fine.
Are we waiting for like the smaller trees to grow?
I think so. A walleye isn't legendary, so I'm not keeping it.
Oh, I remember what I was gonna do. I was gonna take all the rings and put it in Mimi's chest.
The ghost fish isn't legendary, is it?
No. It's
Okay.
pretty common.
Okay, all of these are going into the smoker chest. Also, you don't have to actually change the chest. Like, you don't have to get rid of the chest and stuff. You can actually auto-upgrade them.
Oh.
Like, you just make the large chest, and then you click the chest, and it replaces it.
We had worms there between two tree spots.
Oh, I see it.
Oh, that's for
Oh,
Pilot.
it's
Hold on.
coal.
I was looking around for a worm spot, so it was like, where?
Oh. I keep forgetting what I'm doing in the middle of it. I'm like, I'm putting all the rings in Mimi's dresser. And then I just go back. It looks like you don't keep weapons in your dresser, though. How unfortunate.
I don't know if I can put them in there. You could try.
I don't think you can, sadly. That'd be so cool, though.
I wish you can put the... I think that red mushroom stuff was just for that one time. For that one quest.
Oh, we can't
Or you
smoke
could
the mushrooms?
to dehydrate them, the other kinds of mushrooms, I think that was that one time just so that we could do that quest.
Oh,
And that
that's
annoys me just a little bit.
stupid.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense to me. Does the bus in Stardew become the Polar Express in wintertime? Unfortunately, no.
That would be sick, though.
Do you guys remember what time you can catch tuna?
What?
Tuna?
I don't know.
Me neither. I could guess, but it could be wrong.
Find out. I'm already here. I'm just curious whether I can actually catch it or not.
There's a train. Yeah, there's a train in the north.
It passed by
Let's
earlier,
see.
but we didn't go to check on it because it's too fast.
It's very festive. Oh my gosh.
Oh, you've never seen it before, Violet, during winter?
No, I don't think so.
You should see it
I
next time it
should.
passes through.
I'm just gonna sit up here all winter, except for my wedding. Then I'll go to my wedding. But then I'll just. Whoa! Why
Right after the
is.
wedding, you're like, I gotta get going. I gotta watch out for this train.
Sebastian is up here by the train. I didn't know he hung out up here.
Really?
He also told me that if we want to play a sick joke on his sister, we can give her honey. Is she allergic to honey?
What?
I don't know.
Give her honey and find out.
Sebastian, it's me and you just hanging out. You can have an acorn. Yeah.
There needs to be like a side door on this shed. Honestly.
He didn't like the acorn. That's okay. One is very cute.
Oh, I think I forgot to speak to Jody and Leah today. Hold on. Where are they? Before they don't let me in their house. We're almost halfway there with the Robin quest, by the way.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm just reorganizing all of the chests.
I don't think we have
Nice.
any trees left to cut down.
Yeah, I've been walking around, haven't seen them. I went to the quarry and also chopped down some stuff there.
There are trees in the quarry?
Yeah,
Oh, I did not know that.
there might be some wood scattered around I haven't chopped down, but I think I got all the trees in the quarry.
Okay. At least while I'm in the shed, I can hide from the music.
That's so funny.
You guys aren't appreciating my song choices enough.
Mhm. Uh, oh, this is like every freaking thing. Okay. No. Is there a better seasonal crop? There it is.
I think the snow yam might start appearing after like a certain time. Because I feel like we would have run into it by now.
We're gonna have so much money come in.
Are you selling stuff again?
Yeah.
I'm bringing some fish. Oh, I have no space. Uh, throw this out. There we go.
Okay, do I have any carrots on me? No, I got potatoes though. And green beans.
Ooh, Pilot and Haley's wedding is on like the calendar by Pierre's
Aw.
shop.
It's on the calendar.
Yeah,
Oh, that's so cute.
it's on
That's great.
Saturday, the 6th. And then 2
Oh my
days
gosh,
after that, we have the
Saturday.
Festival of Ice.
Oh my gosh. A winter wedding. I always wanted a winter wedding.
Oh.
It's perfect.
It works out.
Corn. Hot peppers.
Sardines,
I'm
sea
just like slowly
cucumber.
collecting so many powder melon seeds.
Good.
Planting them all.
I have so much stuff on me.
You have so much coffee. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, a lot. We have a lot of coffee beans.
Oh my gosh. We
It
could start
takes
drinking
multiple-
coffee every day.
It takes like multiple coffee beans to actually like do them too. A question.
Coffee?
It is
Coffee?
thy question. When you
We're
get
rich!
married, do they leave your house or do they just live in your house forever?
I think they go to town sometimes and visit their family and stuff. Like, I think on weekends they leave, but maybe Mistia will know the details. Iridium bars.
Ooh. Okay. I can get you an iridium bar.
There's a. I might use them all.
It depends on the character. Sebastian, for example, is at home more than Haley. Okay, that makes sense. Sebastian's always at home. I was a grandma for real now. Hi, John! I am Mrs. Claus.
Hello, hello, John.
Thanks for checking in, John.
My gosh, go in the thing. There we go. Hi,
Our
Sailor.
starfruit's ready, guys!
Let me know if I'm in a chest.
Finally,
that you
Kent can have his starfruit.
His
I'm looking for
starfruit.
iridium.
Look in the chests outside.
Okay. Oh, whoops.
There are
What did I just
blackberries
pick up?
in. Oh.
Yeah. I don't see iridium. Do we just not have iridium, maybe?
Probably because I use them.
Oh, we'll get some iridium. It's fine. It's
Yeah.
okay. Oh, I'm a tulip. Thank you, John. Thank you for redeeming that.
Oh. Oh. She's right in the middle of your screen,
Oh,
Pilot.
whoops.
It's fine.
There she is. She's so cute as a tulip. I put the star fruit on in the chest by the jam makers. If you guys want to
The
grab some.
jam makers. Okay. And I finally have the star fruit you asked for a year ago.
Mm.
I am hand delivering it to him. Oh, hi, Victor. Or Vincent. It's boiled meat. That sounds disgusting. I'm sorry, Jody. You're making boiled meat. It's healthy, though.
I wonder, can we get multiple of the like little guys we got from the toy box and stuff? Or is it one per save?
I don't know.
Where's Kent? What is your
So I'm
question,
wondering.
Jenny? One per save? Okay, thank you, Mistia. I saw him at Pierre's earlier, so... Is he here? Nope, he is not here. You can't get multiple Junimo plushies? I don't think we have any of them right now. We have the statue, but... I don't think we have the plushie. Let me say hi to Krobus. I keep forgetting to do that. I'll just go right now.
You guys had $1 each time Jack asked a question. You could be retired already. So true.
Basically.
We'd be so rich. Let me know if you find Kent, because I can't find him anywhere.
I have not run into him yet. Did you look in the saloon? Maybe he just drinks the entire day.
Oh god, that sounds miserable. But that's what Shane does too. Let me go.
No. Okay, I've reorganized stuff.
I got a snow yam! Okay, we gotta pickle
Nice.
this.
I think for the forageables, I think I might just keep the gold and up. But for like crops, we can keep them all. I guess. I don't know. It's so hard to pick. Or maybe like all the ones that are less than gold quality, they can go into the stuff. Or the preserve jars, and then the crops can stay in the shed.
We don't
Yeah.
have any empty reserve jars, so I'm just gonna put this here.
That's fine.
And then once we have empty ones, we can just switch them out. I'm gonna try to finish the fishing quest. And then I think I'm gonna go to the Skull Cavern to get iridium for the wizard.
Oh, that's a good idea. I'll come with you.
Okay. Oh, hi Kent. Kent is behind their house right now.
Oh.
Don't let Jody see. Why? Oh,
What
it's
is he hiding?
Oh, he's gonna gift it to her.
Oh.
Oh,
Kent wants to give his
wait,
wife a
that's
star
so cute.
fruit for their anniversary. Oh my god.
See, he's a good man.
That's so
Oh.
cute. Is pufferfish summer or is that also winter?
I
Summer.
don't
We
know.
have tuna right now.
Oh yeah, it is summer. It's so far away. Demetrius, you'll never get your pufferfish.
You haven't given that to him yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh no. We had Marnie waiting for Amaranth for a whole year too.
Yeah.
I miss those worms. I'll get on the way back. Likes these.
Need one more tuna, please. Just one.
Honestly, like everything in winter you can sell. The only thing that's worth keeping is the fruit in winter.
I think the time for tuna might be over.
Maybe. Wizard needs an iridium bar.
He probably needs one, right?
I think so.
What did he need? He needed like 13 starfruit, but did it specify a quality
Who needs starfruit?
for the Junimo house?
Oh, I
Whoa,
forgot.
John, thank you for the gift subs and the high train. I appreciate it. Yay.
I think starfruit is summer.
Yeah, that sounds right. Because I think it also grows on Ginger Island.
I think so.
And Ginger Island might be summer all year. I don't remember though. It might be. Actually, I grew rice in Ginger Island before too, so I don't know. Ring. Oh no.
I wonder how many planes I have. Because I never join the giveaways or like do any gambling. Hold on.
Mm.
I am curious. Hold on. Oh, wait, this is the wrong chat. Hold on.
Mm.
Too many chats.
We both did the same thing.
I won! I
Nice.
win!
Nice. I guess the trick is to just you just wait for all the other people to use the bad luck and then you gamble.
Mhm.
How many slimes did you just brutally murder? Like 10 of them. No biggie. Don't worry about it. Oh, Mimi's in the middle of my screen. Whoopsie.
Oh.
Mimi is eating my soul. Please help. That's how it should be. I don't know if
It's
I want to help
yummy.
that. What should I eat? I'll eat this mushroom.
Tomorrow is Skull Cavern Day. Okay, let me head back home.
I want to reorganize this thing now. Ooh, I have a chance to, actually. Cool.
Jack, do you remember when you lost all your coins?
I just cut down all the trees in the desert. So hopefully we get some more trees spawning in soon.
Nice.
Ten seconds ago. No, it didn't let you roulette because you didn't have any coins. At least that's what I read in chat.
Wait, why do I have the artist badge? Because you
Thank you
made
for
one
the
of my
follow.
emotes,
Welcome.
John. I don't know if you... Oh yeah, we have a new emote, guys. We have a Wheeze emote, and that's because of John, and it's amazing.
I love
It's
the wheeze
that
emote.
easy.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's that easy, John. I have 5 artist slots. I was like, I'm giving one to John.
Because your roulette is scammy. Excuse me. My roulette is very fair.
Mm.
I thought you had to be verified or something. I don't know.
I think it sends them a notification. And then, like, they accept it. Oh, it just takes this
Wedding!
automatically.
When
When
Pilot
Pilot
first
first arrived.
arrived. Oh, you go ahead. It's your wedding.
It's- oh, thank you. Okay, in Pelican Town, no one knew if she'd fit in with our community. But from this day forward, Pilot is going to be as much a part of this town as any of us. It's my great honor on this day 6 of winter to unite Pilot and Haley in the bonds of marriage. It
Oh, we're
really
in the
hits different when
back.
you're announcing
What
your own
the?
wedding. Well, let's get right to it. Haley, you may kiss. Yay! Marriage!
Yay!
Exactly, Monsieur Marriage.
Yay.
We just got meow weed.
Oh.
Life is gonna be different from now on.
That sounds
Now you
so
can have kids.
ominous. It's like
But the
life is.
future
Oh
looks bright.
no.
Life is
Life is gonna be different.
Oh, look. What's up, Haley? Can I talk to her? Oh, I can. The only good thing about winter is that I get to sleep more.
I have changed my mind about Kent because Kent likes me now, so I feel bad about not liking him. So
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna at least pretend to like him.
Wow. You're gonna pretend instead. Sad.
I
Marriage
think
is what
Haley
brings us
likes
together
coconut.
today.
Billy, this is for you. It's a coconut.
Oh, sorry if you heard that. My cat tried to drag me down, and I got scared because I didn't realize he was here.
Oh,
I think he sees me as like a kitten or something because he tries to like hold me with his teeth and then drag me over to wherever he wants me to be. Like a
oh,
kitten.
that's so cute.
Maybe he wants to show you something. I'm pretty sure he wants food, but I just fed him. He just really likes food.
I'm gonna make some seeds out of these.
Do we have
And then
the yam being processed right now?
I don't know. I haven't put anything in those.
You know what? I'm just gonna make
If you
a
want to see if you can make a
preserve
new one, you
jar.
can.
Yeah. Feed our Lord and Savior. You know what? I'll give him a treat. Hold on. Hey, come here.
Oh.
I'll give you a treat. You haven't had a treat in a couple days.
Okay.
Here you go. You got a little treat. And praise his almighty power. That part's for you to do.
Why is there a bunch of gold star fish in here?
Oh, I probably just plopped him in there.
To sell them?
The what?
To sell them? You put them in the shipping box.
Oh yeah, to sell them. I caught them
Okay.
and then I just put them in there.
I mean, we can always bake them up.
Okay, this is going there. Oh, today was the Skull Cavern day. I forgot. Hold on.
It's a
Violet, do you
rough
want to
time in
come
this skull
along?
cavern. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, let me put all my stuff in here.
How many tons of corn are you carrying, Violet?
Mm.
Oh, corn? I don't think I have corn, but I have lots of coconut.
Oh, thank you for the Best Mage model. I'm probably covering your entire screen again, Pilot.
200
It will
stone and a
happen soon.
bunch of fiber.
Oh, it's so cute.
I think we might have the Junimo
Thank
hut soon. I gotta figure out where to put that.
Ooh.
Maybe I'll put it in front of the shed.
Let me get some more food and then I'm gonna come to the Skull Cavern. Yeah, sure, we can eat that. Yeah, sure, we can eat that too.
Do 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 do. I
So
said a
cute,
bunch of
thank you.
stone. Oh, I don't
Oh,
have
what?
enough stone.
Oh, wait, hold on. Yes.
Oh my god, I am not ready for this many. Holy shoot! I'm
Oh, are
leaving!
you
I'm
in the
leaving!
cavern already?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. There are so many.
Okay, I'm on my way. Okay,
Hello!
let's hope we can
I
do
forget
this
I have field
together.
snacks.
I have a couple random stuff. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Okay. You oh wait, I forgot I can't kill those.
I should come join with the bombs.
Way back, coward.
When can we
Hurry
get
up.
a Choo Choo stream takeover redeem? I don't think Choo Choo sits still enough for him to be able to take over the stream. There's a hole, by the way. Do we want to go down
Oh,
the hole?
yes, please.
Okay.
The deeper we go, the more iridium.
There's a
Woohoo!
heart on the screen, by the way. I think it
There's
might
a
be
what?
because there's a heart now.
There's a heart.
Yeah,
A
on
heart?
underneath the date. I think it's because Tyler got married.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, that's
that's so
cute.
cute.
I love how you got married and then the same morning you're like, I'm going to the mines.
Gotta provide for the family.
Yeah. Left Haley with me.
I like how we also got married and it all happened before 6 a.m. today.
Heck yeah.
I like that touch. I have a ladder over here.
Okay. Just use a Choo Choo PNG and let him speak to the people. Oh my gosh, sure. I
Oh, I
shall
have
work on
bombs.
that.
A hole.
Oh. Ah. Oh, there's another one.
Bomb.
Gotta get that golden hour lighting for the wedding pictures. So real. Thank you for the follow, Mr. Baker. Breadsticks, I appreciate it. Welcome in.
Do not blow me up, please. I don't want a part 2 of last time.
Oh. Sailor's just standing there like menacingly.
Oh no!
Oh! There's a ladder.
Ladder.
Oh, I see a flying guy. I'm leaving.
Yeah. Ow. Is there a hole or a ladder over there?
I have another hole, but yeah, the lever you're on. You're on is a ladder. There's a hole over here, Sailor. I don't know. You want to take it?
Yeah.
3 levels.
I should also be getting rocks.
Iridium.
A hole.
Yoink.
Why is there no iridium anywhere? Hello, thank you for the follow. Welcome.
We gotta go deeper.
We got some.
I got 2 pieces of iridium. We still need 3. I mean, a minimum of 3. It's better if we get more than 3, but you know.
Yeah, because the rest of us need a largemouth base. Oh no! I'm out of here.
Oh god.
I'm almost
Bug
dead.
took me out.
Oh, that's
Oh
cute. You're really cute. Oh my gosh. It spits out
How are you,
fire.
Mr. Baker? Wait,
Yes,
I thought
Donna
you've
does
seen the
spit
dinos
fire.
before.
I
Whew.
only saw
Okay, I'm
them
coming
from
down.
afar.
Oh, I
my
lost the cherry bombs
gosh.
and the ore.
Oh no!
It's fine.
It's okay, we'll get some
Oh
more.
my gosh.
Fine. What I'll do is I'll just go to the quarry and blow stuff up.
Oh, I forgot we can get iridium from there. That's a good
Sometimes.
idea.
The
But
quarry?
I just need the stone right now. Because that's what I'm lacking on.
Oh, a hole! I'm going
Oh,
in.
let me see if there's iridium over here. Yeah, no. I'm gonna go down the hole too. Whee!
We're entering a new biome. Hopefully there's more iridium.
Oh look, a secret note.
Oh, that one's coming back.
Demolition.
Hello there, may this gesture tell you the wise words of the day? Yes, you can. Oh, a hole!
Sailor casually committing terrorism and stuff. Like, demolition! They're like,
Iridium!
what is blowing up over here? Don't worry about it.
Oh, that is not
Oh, it's
iridium!
fake iridium! Oh
Nice.
man.
I've never seen one of those guys. Wow.
Oh, he actually did give us 2 iridium. That's good.
Oh! Oh, I think this is iridium. Oh no, that's aquamarine. Okay. Oh, he gave you 2? We have enough for 1 bar if he gave you 2.
Oh, awesome. I think, yeah. Do all 3 of us need to do the quest? Because I do.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's in
cool.
our
We need like
thing, but I don't
15
know
more.
if
Oh,
we
a
all
hole!
need to give him one or if it counts if we just give one.
Iridium?
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna die.
Oh no! Oh no, no!
Eat, eat, eat,
Who are
eat.
you fighting? Oh, iridium! Oh, hello!
There we go.
Okay, we got 4 from that.
Oh, it's 12 a.m.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Powder melon.
Okay, I think I'm gonna leave because I don't think I can
Okay.
make it back in time.
Jesus Christ, Jack. To be honest, though, that's not really the best reason. The submarine does have artillery on it. It does have things that shoot up into the air and blow up
Uh-huh.
It
called
has what?
missiles. It has missiles and nukes on the submarine by lore. Mimi has now switched back.
Oh,
Do you enjoy me
hello,
staring
Mimi.
into your soul?
I
Oh
want a
my
warm
gosh.
donut.
Haley's so cute in my bed. God, hello, Haley.
Oh, I wonder if we can fit 4 people in a bed.
We definitely could. My tracking died?
And trust pilot to drive the sled.
Hey,
Oh man.
that drone was it was glitched. It's biased. Haley's sure so cute.
We're all gathering in front of Marnie's house for the ice festival of ice. Oh, is this today? Oh, it's fine. Never mind. We all do that too. We're like, is this today? Okay, I'm gonna go get that Junimo hat.
Why is it not connecting?
Oh, I just sold that. I just sold the Nautilus shell.
Oh,
And the fish need it. Oh, look, the gold Lewis is still there. I guess he did see it. He freaked out, was like, nah, and like destroyed it. Because I think he does destroy it.
I'm gonna close and reopen my VTube studio because I don't know what it's doing.
Okay.
Pilot was the only one that couldn't fly the drone. That's so true. It was so sad. The most tragic moment of my life.
I picked up the wrong stack of
Oh
fiber.
no.
I picked up the stack of 27.
All right,
There we
animals. I'm here to
go.
give you love and affection.
Maybe we should get the horses.
Usually when that happens, I turn the camera off and on again and it fixes it. I'm using VBridger, so I tried to turn it off and on in VBridger, but that did not fix my issue, so I just restarted VTube Studio. Pilot, you're probably gonna have to reposition me and we're also gonna get free pilot legs again.
Legs!
Legs.
Legs!
Legs for days, just like Legiana. Legiana. Jesus, that is a tongue twister. Winter seeds. Junimo catalog.
A
I don't have
what?
70k. I don't
Junimo
have 70k.
70k is so much. We can make 70k happen though.
Yeah. I'm about to spend 20 of it though.
Do it, do it, do it. Money was made for spending.
You gotta spend it in order to make it. I say as I play Stardew and everyone watches everything go to 0.
Hi,
Junimos will
Jams!
harvest crops around the hut for you. Where do I slap this down?
Pilot, where did you put the iridium?
I think I put them in the big binding chest. Like the black one outside the shed.
Ooh, we have a lot. Nice.
James, I hope you're doing good. Did you get some good rest after yesterday?
Mimi, do you mind doing me a quick favor?
Do I what?
Do you mind doing me a quick favor? Can you go to the middle of that the field above you and get rid of the 2 that are in the middle?
In the middle.
Yeah, the one that's like right above you.
This?
Those 2. Can you get rid of those 2 sprinklers, please? Thank
Yep.
you.
Okay.
I'm gonna put the Junimo hut in the middle because I don't know how this works.
Oh my gosh! Little
I'm gonna see
guys!
we'll see if we slap it in the middle. It'll be less crop space, but they'll harvest it for us.
Thanks for the workout, Roham. I'll do those right now.
Oh my gosh, I
Oh
can't wait
shoot,
for
no,
them
I'm
to
being
come out.
attacked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It is too cold for me to
6,
stand up.
7,
I'm not doing it.
9, 10. And push-ups.
I'll put
1,
the sprinklers
2, 3, 4,
somewhere.
5.
You can put them if you go in the shed next to the artesian chest. There's a grain chest. You can put them in there if you want.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to replace these with iridium sprinklers too.
Oh yeah,
be
good
honest.
plan.
I'm going to try. I don't know how well I'm gonna succeed at that.
If Jack jumps, does it count as jumping Jack? If
Fun-wise, yes.
multiple
It does.
Jacks jump, would that be jumping Jacks?
Yes.
Oh, I forgot
Yeah,
to put the
I'm
iridium
Mrs.
back.
Soren.
What is
Hope you're
this?
doing good.
That's interesting.
Oh no, I can't handle all these dinosaurs. I'm sorry! I don't mean to be in your space! I'm running. I'm
Oh,
running, I
this is the
can't do
final
this.
day for Robin's thing, and we need 400 wood.
Oh shoot, this is
That ain't
final
happening.
day. I'm getting out of the
Yeah.
mines.
I don't think we even have, like, that many
Not full-grown
trees to
trees
cut
now.
down. Yeah.
I'm taking down the half-grown trees in the desert. It's so sad. She shot me. I didn't shoot you. What you talking about, Broham?
Hmm?
I feel like the wood one is impossible. I think we did it like once or twice.
We
Yeah.
did it before, but, you need to
It's
not
definitely
cut down the
challenging.
trees beforehand. If you cut down the trees beforehand, you don't have enough trees.
So true.
Yeah, we weren't quite paying attention.
Yeah. Hardwood and stone are achievable.
I mean, if I can beat Legiana in like 15 minutes, Robin is easy.
And John, yes, we should definitely play Monster Hunter again.
I wonder if Haley is like, how do I navigate this house? Because I walk in here and she's just standing here behind the TV.
She'll get used to it. Give her some time.
Yeah.
She
She
just
looks
needs some
scared.
time.
I'm scared. Oh my gosh, Haley, I'm so sorry.
Cutscene. Hey, Mimi, I'm just making some popcorn. Do I get popcorn?
Mm.
Popcorn?
I want to know what this one is like without Kent, because he just showed up. I'm curious. I've never had this cutscene without Kent.
Wilds is a whole new game, Jams. Playing a
Oh,
little bit of the demo. It was really cool.
Ooh, we can have a little mini obelisk to warp around the farm.
We're at 700. Do you guys think we can make it? I haven't gone through the forest yet.
I can go down there. Probably.
We might need to cut down all the trees that we're getting sap from.
Yeah, we did have a lot of them. And I can figure out the heavy tappers.
this whole cutscene is about Kent. What happens if Kent isn't here?
Oh, looks like he's there.
The whole thing is about him. What if I did this last year? What then?
I'm curious now too.
Oh, is it Kent's cutscene maybe?
It might be Kent, actually. Or he
Why does
basically
he
kind of
like
talks
me
about his
that much
PTSD.
though?
Mm.
Hold on. Where is
It's
Kent?
probably because of the community
I have
center.
4 hearts with him. What the hell?
I do remember that cutscene where he basically kind of talks about his PTSD. Like, that's like one of the first ones you
Yeah.
get.
Yeah, that's probably what that was. they've basically adopted me into the family by now.
That's so funny. I need to yoink the sun. It's I think I mentioned this before because I know we're on year 2. We're about to go into year 3 of this, and we did the like midnight festival, the night market and stuff. And the fact that he says that he would be a submarine captain is just off the charts. And I saw that again in my personal file, and I was like, "What? Why? Why is this man my
It was
husband?"
meant to be. Oh my goodness.
Like, why is he Tyler but in Stardew and spiky hair? You're
Oh my
welcome.
gosh.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
I did get rid of a lot of tapped trees. It might have actually been all of the ones that were giving us, like, oak resin. Yeah, it was all the ones that were giving us oak resin. It's fine.
Yeah, we can put them all back up. No biggie.
Yeah, I want to figure out heavy tappers too, because I know those are in the game somewhere. I just don't know where you get them or
Heavy
how to get
tappers?
them. Yeah, they give you more like tapped stuff, but it takes longer. They're on Ginger Island. Okay, cool. Thank you, Mistia. I need that stupid Nautilus shell.
Speaking of Ginger Island, do we have enough hardwood for it yet?
I don't know. We kind of forgot about it.
We did. Let's see if I might try to chop like 1 or 2 trees while I'm down here. How much time do I need to go home? Who really knows?
Well, it's 11:40. Let's say by like midnight or something like that.
Wait, what did I... Where's the snow yam? Did anybody see
It's in
the
the
snow
preserve jars.
yam?
I
It's in the
don't know.
jar?
I haven't yet.
I thought you put it in
Oh,
you made a preserve jar and did it.
I hope so. We'll see if we get anything out of this preserve jar.
It takes a couple days, so don't worry about it too much. Oop, it's 12:30. Do 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 do. I've not paid enough attention to chat at all this
me
stream.
too. It's it's really going.
Yeah, like I locked in trying to reorganize everything and figure out what I needed to do.
Haley.
The walls and air are thin. Alright. Let's see what's next to do.
Oh, I
Oops.
need to give her her daily present.
There's supposed to be a festival today or tomorrow?
I think it's today. It's the ice festival in front of Marty's house.
Oh. Where are
Or the what?
the geodes?
I have them. I have the Omni
Oh, okay.
Geode and the mystery boxes, but I don't know if
Okay.
there's anything else.
The fish wants something.
Yeah. They want the Nautilus shell.
Oh, I just sold one.
Yeah, I also
Oops.
just sold one. It's fine. I'll use one of the warp totems to go over there and then hit up Clint on the way back.
What time is the festival?
9 or something like that.
Oh, okay. They let me go in the town today.
You can go
Nice.
into
Oh.
town, but you can't go to Marnie's area.
Mimi.
Oh.
Mimi.
Yes.
Why are you dumping all this stuff in here?
Where else am I supposed to put that?
Well, some of it can be kind of sold. Like the mushrooms, unless you want to use them for something. But these aren't the ones that you can eat.
Oh my gosh. Willie actually talked to me. He was like, "You're giving up the single life, aren't you? But make sure to make
Oh.
time for fishing." I didn't know he had that dialogue like.
Oh my gosh, I love that. We can pick a quest, but I can't open the quest board for some reason, so I guess we can't pick a quest. Guess since there's a
Maybe with Santa's
festival.
pilot. Oh, I could.
What's up?
What's up?
I'm seeing if there's an nautilus somewhere. I think they just show up. If I remember
Festival's
correctly.
ready.
Okay. I'm gonna hit up Clint very, very quickly.
Oh, you
'cause I
can't
didn't see
go into
any.
the buildings. I tried.
Oh. Never mind then. I will just come on it. Clint, do you like coral? Or Kent, do you like coral? The family will like the coral. There you go. Give it to your son and say it was from me.
Oh, I should probably run towards the festival. I don't actually know what time it is.
It started.
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm coming.
Santa Violet, slip an airplane under the tree for me. I've been an awful good girl. Dee dee.
No, Jack. No.
I mean, I do like
No.
Hawkeye. I do like Hawkeye. Hawkeye's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Bye.
Hawkeye is also deaf, technically. In some of the comics. And Deadpool uses sign language with him, but also lets him read his lips, so he like uncovers his mouth.
Oh, that's very nice actually. A nice little detail.
This is oh yeah, I remember we were so like locked in for the ice fist symbol.
I shall be competitive again. I need a win. We have a tree already, right? From last year?
I think we did win last year.
Hello, Deadly Boar. Thank you for the lurk.
Also, all the trees came back.
I guess you guys know what you're doing tomorrow.
Yeah.
There are so many people to talk to. Oh, Pam. I lost last year because I chose a bad spot. I have a good feeling things will be different this year. I don't think the location matters.
Thank you
I'll
for the
beat you
hydrate, James.
anyway.
Oh, Ken said they think I'm gonna win. I really am just one of their children now. They've just
Aw.
adopted me.
Oh yeah, we did get the tree from here. Icy banner. Cranberry stuff. Stuffing. Man.
Whoa. All this food sounds so good.
The winter dining table is really pretty. So is the wallpaper. I'm gonna get the banner because I like the banner. Okay.
Haley says she'll take pictures of me, and I'm not over it. She's so cute.
The puppy love is strong.
Okay, let me know when everybody's ready.
Ready when you are.
Ready.
Okay.
Pam, I'm taking over your location.
Hmm.
Issue.
You're fishing with Pam.
That's right.
I'm gonna take all these fish, Elliot, by the
Oh,
way.
Haley really is taking photos.
Oh, is she? Oh my gosh, that's my wife.
Leah is cheering for Elliot instead of me.
Nah, she's cheering for me.
Shoot, Pam got a fish. I gotta beat her. Got nothing on me, Pam.
Three fish in a row, Elliot. I'm gonna smoke you. Like the fish back home. Ooh, that's a good catch.
Yeah, the purpley fish.
Mm-hmm.
Is
I
there
think it's
a
a void
midnight
carp.
carp? Oh,
Midnight
Mimi
carp?
got one too.
Nice. Throw some of those in the fish pond. I want to get one so that we can put like some of the legendary fish in there. And now's a good time to
We
make
should
them.
have a void carp because I caught one. But
Oh,
I
we got
don't know
some now
what
for
we
sure.
did with it. I don't think we get to keep the fish from the event.
Oh, I don't know how many I had.
Steal
Steal
everyone's
everyone's
fish,
fish.
then you win.
I'm stealing Pam's.
Oh my gosh. Impressive. That's a lot of caught fish. I will never get used to
Yeah.
that stench. Now for the winner of this year's ice
Oh!
fishing competition.
Nice, Pilot.
Me? Hell yeah.
Nice.
It's because
We
I stole
tied.
it.
It's a tie between
Oh, we
Salem and
tied!
Pilot.
Yeah.
I think it's because I got all of Pam's fish. That's the only reason.
Huh? Mario's in Stardew? What?
Lewis.
Oh.
What?
Is it because his hat? Alright.
Or is he looking at Gus? Because Gus kind of looks like Mario too.
Gus really looks like. Oh.
Give her a present in her sleep. That's okay. I have a coconut for you tomorrow morning, Haley.
think I'll do one more day and then call it a
Okay.
day. I'm getting sleepy.
Sounds like a plan.
Mhm.
Pickled yam for the
Nice.
raccoon so they can
Finally.
have more babies.
I can give that to them. I'm gonna go over there anyways.
I already have it on me.
You get
I can
sleepy
give it to
because
you
of
though.
your bad sleep schedule. What do you mean? I woke up at like 8 a.m., 9 a.m., I think. And it's 10 p.m.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna go to bed at like 11 or 12.
You need time to relax. Here.
Yam, 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 yam. Thank you. Okay. Raccoons. They have the yam.
Oh, she made me breakfast.
No.
I'm in love.
I like how we've just also ignored the animals completely.
Yeah, I
I
pet
think,
them maybe 3 days ago, and then never again.
yeah.
The raccoon
Ooh.
shop.
Nice.
We got fairy dust. Sprinkle on kegs, furnaces, and other refining equipment to instantly receive their product.
Oh.
Hmm.
We have 5 of them. Let's see, wizard.
No, more mystery boxes. Nice. Robin, can you open your shop, please?
What? He just told me to leave after giving him the iridium.
Oh, is he trying to do something sneaky with it? That's kind of weird.
I have no clue what he's doing. He was like, "Thank you, now leave." That's it.
Oh.
That's all he said.
That's all. Oh my gosh.
We have one more iridium bar if anybody wants it. I'll drop it in the chest when I get back to the farm.
I think there was
Okay.
3 iridiums in the thing,
I put
like the
2 in
ores.
the furnace, and then we have 2. Oh no, we have 3 that are in the chest that need to be cooked. Like we have
Yeah.
1 bar and 3 ores right now.
Oh,
Yeah, so we
okay.
have enough, I think, for everybody.
I think I'm gonna fix up the boat to Ginger Island.
We
Cool.
have the materials for it.
I think it took 100 hardwood, I think, and I'm bringing 100. So hopefully, oh, a nautilus shell! I'll bring this back for you
Yes.
guys.
I
You can
want to
toss
see
that
the
into the
boat
fish
get
pond.
fixed. Wait for
Okay.
me.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Why am I doing this? I haven't. You guys haven't seen this.
I've seen it.
Hold
I
on.
dropped
I
off a
met
couple
Clint.
stuff. But we still need this. Oh, we need 200 pieces.
200! Okay,
Oh.
never mind. We're not ready.
Oh, you're fishing in the
We're still
boat!
not ready.
Wait! What the heck?
Yeah.
That was an accident, but let's see if a fish appears. Let me
It
reload this.
does!
I got a broken CD.
Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that so much.
Got some glasses.
There's probably just trash in there too.
Yeah.
We have 2 more tables left.
I can't use the like request board for some reason, so if anybody else wants to pick the thing, go
Oh,
ahead.
oh look. So we can do 2 dozen eggs for Gus, or another 1,000 pieces of wood in a week.
I don't think we can get another 1,000 pieces of wood.
We can
Yeah,
do the
let's
eggs.
eggs. It is.
Oh, hi. It's good to see you again.
Need
Oh,
a new outfit.
never enough wood. So
I
true,
have like
Saru.
a
So
million hearts
true.
with Pam and Marnie.
It would be so much suffering if we went for it, though. What is this plant?
I only have 2 hearts with Sam.
Oh no!
Wow.
That's sad.
That being said, gotta
What's
head out.
that?
Happy farming and have a great day. Thank you, Saru. I appreciate you being here. Have a great day.
Thank you for stopping by. Have a good
Yeah.
day.
Okay, let's clean out this and maybe put some stuff in my inventory that I can give to Sam.
Oh, whoops.
Pushing through the boat is how pilots use the boat order stuff. Just one
Wow.
plank at a time.
Huh?
That's how we do it in this house.
Mm.
Does it remind you of your Yakuza days?
Oh yeah. The fish seem happy. Yay!
Nice. Thank you. We still have the shed, by the way.
No one goes inside the shed anymore.
Fiber seeds, that's weird. Wild bait? Interesting.
Wonder what Kent likes. Oh, he apologized. You don't have to apologize. Where is he?
Ooh, I
Hold
think I
on.
need. How many iridium ores does it take to make a bar? Is it 5 like usual?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I do have
Okay.
one bar though. I can give you this one. Hold on. I'll go to the farm.
Okay. Sailor, did you get to turn yours in too? Or
Mm-mm.
should I go mining? I'll go mining. I'll be back.
It's 4 p.m., by the way.
Wait.
Bye.
Okay.
Thank you.
There we go.
Nice. Such a wild entrance to this place.
Yeah. Hello. Beat it to 10 hearts with Leah too. Okay. Probus next.
I wonder if these things work in... Oh. It just puts them in there. Interesting. Okay. I wonder if they even work during the winter.
Oh, hi, Jody. You almost saw me going through the trash.
Hmm.
It's time for an outfit change. Let's see if I can find any bottoms that match this. Okay, and then
Oh no, I missed them. Darn it. Now I have a pizza.
you have a pizza?
I just have a pizza in my hand.
There we go.
Majima is a pirate? That sounds absolutely wild.
What?
I mean, he does have an eye patch.
You're right, he's there. He's a ready one. Just from the eye patch.
Need you guys to see my new outfit.
Well then. I wonder if the fish pond maxes out at 10.
Probably? Question
Is it like a spin-off? That kind of makes sense for it to be a spin-off. Do we have
Mimi?
sugar
Is
pizza?
that
Yes, it
you?
is.
Yes.
Yep.
That's amazing. Wow. It's very well coordinated outfit.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's so good.
Oh, there's a chest.
Yay.
Woohoo!
We made
Yay!
some progress. We got the
We
Junimo hut.
did.
We did get the Juma hut.
Oh, we actually got a treasure chest? Nice.
If supposed to work, can you tell me that you hate me so I can leave? No, I'm not gonna tell you that I hate you. We love you, John. The thing is, we might be ending soon, so you might have to leave because of that.
Yes.
Yeah. I believe that was the last day. Unless you wanted to do another one. That's up to
I
you.
think I'm good for today. before I just fall asleep.
Sounds good.
Good.
I
Let
think we made some
me
decent progress.
Yeah.
put you right here. We did a good bit, I'd say. We did some
We're getting
good
pretty
progress.
close.
Yeah.
The 200 hardwood.
We got Pilot's marriage.
Yeah.
I got a 10 hearts with Leah. What else did we do?
Maybe you had the same birthday as Soren?
I have the same birthday as Soren? September 6th?
Maybe.
I've never met anyone with the same birthday as me.
You actually might have the same birthday as my boss, too. I have to double check. He's either 6 or 7.
Maybe secretly I am your boss.
Maybe you are all along. Oh shoot. You know you know when I'm slacking off on work and streaming instead. I've been exposed.
Oh my gosh. Oh no, not the 14th, but we did have a family birthday party on the 14th because we weren't all free on the 6th, so we did it a week later.
Yeah. And I'm a late winter baby in February.
I know a lot of
February?
people that were born in December. Like a lot of people.
There's a lot of my family that's born between like May and September. Like a large amount of family members.
I'm a summer baby. Born on 6/9, the nice number.
Nice.
Minus 6'9", the non-American way.
Oh, wait, that's so funny.
Double nice.
Lost
Oh,
in
that
the
emote
dark.
is hysterical.
Yeah, John
It's
made it. It's amazing.
It's even better on Pilot's screen because it's bigger. So you really see the detail of it.
2 people born December that aren't me. You know who else is born in December, Jack? Zhongli.
So true.
Now you know another one.
Too funny. Too funny.
Alrighty,
Guys,
do we
have
have any
anyone you
raid
want to
targets?
rate?
Oh, I was
Jinx.
asking the same thing.
Jinx, Mimi, Jinx.
I have too many people. I can't decide among this many people.
Quite a lot of people.
Some Minecraft, some Terraria, and just chatting.
Got some more Stardew. We have Overwatch, Hollow Knight, Minecraft, Inscription. Raid one, stream again, or raid the other. Thank you for that suggestion.
Thank you, Soren. Because Zhongli came back from a 3-1 deficit in the NBA Finals. I don't think so. No, but Zhongli lost all his money because he didn't make sure that he had some Mora before he gave up his God of Mora. So he's actually just a big loser. That's what we love about him. He would single-handedly beat all the NBA players. This kind of of true because
He
he
would.
has that big dog powers, and I don't think LeBron could stand a chance.
How's that what powers?
Big dog powers?
The big dog powers. Isn't that what
Oh.
they say?
Oh. Yeah, that is what they say, don't they?
I'm detective, and that game always seems very silly. But I'm down for anything. More Stardew actually might be the best play.
Yeah, I think Stardew might be good. We're probably looking at the same person actually with Stardew.
For me, probably not. I don't see another Stardew. I only. Oh wait, no, I see them now. Okay, yeah, I think we are looking at the same person.
I'll drop it in here. I hope I wrote that right.
Yeah.
Is the same person. Here we
Okay.
go.
Oh my gosh, you guys disappeared right as we're ending.
Oh. Yup.
It's
Just
fine.
crashed.
Oh, I just got an ad break too.
We're still here.
No! No, not the ads.
Fun. Just yeet.
We're gonna get some last minute pilot legs. Oh my gosh, we are.
We're also gonna get a big Mimi. Yeah! Center of my stream, apple of my eye. Alright, we have a bunch of raid messages.
All
Oh,
of
thank
them.
you for triggering mine as well, because I forgot about mine.
May your W's be many and your L's be few.
Thank you, Mistia. Thank you for
Thank you,
joining us,
Sailor.
everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
thank you,
blast.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye-bye for
everyone.